We're set. There's the tap controlled by Utah, and here we go from Bramlage Coliseum. Terrence Brown in the backcourt, across the timeline, gets it to Okonkwo at the top of the circle. One dribble and off to Traore. Now to Dawes, top of the circle Okonkwo, and now to Henry. Henry right side, inside the arc, guarded tightly by Nate Johnson. Gets it to the high right side wing. There's a ball screen for Terrence Brown. He'll drive left side lane line, spins, turnaround jumper is good. Terrence Brown shooting 46% from the floor, gives Utah a 2-0 lead.
They have good ball movement, moving it side to side. They never quit running their offense.
K-State with it here for the first time. Nate Johnson to Castillo. Right side to P.J. Haggerty, the league's top scorer. P.J. bounces it to the far side. Into the corner it goes to Nate Johnson. A three-pointer on the way is off the side rim. And the long rebound to Don McHenry of the Utes. And the red-clad Utes into the front court to the left. Off it goes to Okonkwo. Looks right and goes that way. This is Traore with the ball. And now to Brown. 15 on the shot clock for Utah. Brown on the drive. He got a bucket a moment ago. Stumbles here and goes down. K-State saves it far side on the turnover. Here's Castillo to the rim. High off the glass. Got the roll. Nice play by David Castillo to tie the ball game at 2.
K-State would love to get the ball down fast before Utah could set their defense.
Terrence Brown right at the timeline. Crosses it now against Castillo. He drives all the way underneath the bucket. Tight ropes the baseline, and a call here against the Wildcats. First foul of the night against Kansas State, and it will go against Doreen Buka.
Hold your breath when you hear the whistle blow when K-State's on defense, because they want to play defense without fouling, and their big guys cannot afford to get into foul trouble.
Here's the inbounds to Okonkwo. Back up top. They swing it to the right side to Seydou Traore. Traore, good athlete, drives into the lane all the way to the bucket. He'll score, but they wave it off. Call a foul on the floor. It will go against Kansas State's P.J. Haggerty with a reach, his first team foul number 2. So 2 quick fouls on the Cats, not quite 2 minutes in.
Utah's going to make you work on defense, Wyatt. They do a real nice job of moving the basketball.
Set to go. Don McHenry plays it in, baseline near side left. There's the lob high right. Terrence Brown eyes up a 3, got it. Terrence Brown with all 5 for Utah, their first triple of the night, and Utah back in front. It's 5-2. 2 minutes in. Here's Castillo with the basketball for the Wildcats. With the dribble, drifts to the wing, top of the circle. There is a ball that's deflected out. Taj was going to try to shoot it and then decided to pass it and missed connection with Buka, and K-State will turn it over for the first time.
Buka was getting great position for the rebound on an open three-pointer. He was open, but he wasn't thinking about the ball coming his way, and it was a situation where they weren't on the same page. Ball goes out of bounds easily.
Terrence Brown foul line, fires it to the goal, and not being able to catch it is Okonkwo, and turnover, and K-State moving. Here's the drive, and the shot by Haggerty is blocked. Utah the other way from right to left. Here's McHenry down the left sideline. He has it off to Terrence Brown. 2.5 minutes into the game. It's 5-2 in favor of the Utes. Big crowd here tonight, especially on the student side across the way from us. Here's McHenry to Brown. Brown gets a ball screen, drives underneath the bucket, and the shot blocked by Buka, and he went right back to Brown. Good play by Doreen. He'll drive again. Brown to the rim, layup good. He is so good off the dribble. He's got 7, and it's 7-2 in favor of the Utes. 3 minutes into the contest. Here's Haggerty. Right side, gets a ball screen, drives into the lane, and a bump and a foul on Brown. Terrence will pick up his first. That's the first Utah foul in the game. The Utes have hit 3 of their first 4 shots and have a lead of 7-2.
Haggerty drove in strongly.
They're going to give that one bucket to Traore, aren't they?
The original shot went to Traore as he made a good turnaround jumper, but Haggerty got into the lane line and got fouled trying to get to the basket.
7-2 is our score at 16:57. Johnson gives it up to Castillo. David with the ball, works right side to PJ. Haggerty, one dribble, now to Nate Johnson. Johnson at the top, kicks it left. Castillo a long jumper, swish. A three-pointer for David Castillo. He's got 5 in the early going. That's the first Wildcat triple of the night. It's now 7-5 Utah.
And that's a guy that needs to make those open threes.
Brown again, and this one is blocked out of bounds. Taj Manning coming down the near lane line just swatted that one away. Good play by Taj Manning.
He's on the help side defense. No chance of fouling there, Wyatt. And he was scooping the shot up with his left hand was Terrence Brown, and great block. K-State's playing very small right now. C.J. Jones is in. He needs to play some big minutes tonight for K-State.
Josh Hayes also in for Utah, along with the freshman Kendall Sanders and another freshman, Obamate Abbey. Right side wing for Utah. This is Traore. He drives, spins on Nate, throws it far side. Sanders can shoot the three, but rattles this one out. Rebound to Nate Johnson. Cats down 2. Here's Castillo with the ball. Back to the left to Nate. 4 minutes in. K-State down 2, 7-5, and with the ball. Anthracite grays tonight for the Wildcats. There's the pitch to the far left side wing. Castillo, another three in the left corner. Got it again. 2 in a row for David Castillo, and that will be 8 for him. Second Wildcat 3-ball, both for David, and K-State on top, 8-7.
First lead of the night for the Wildcats, and that's what Castillo needs to do, hit that three-pointer.
A 6-0 run over the last 49 seconds. Utah with the basketball. Here's Brown up top. He'll drive in towards the lane, doesn't get all the way there, and now backs it out to the wing. Here's Traore on the drive. Good pass off to Hayes in the lane. Little floater won't go off the glass. It's deflected to Traore, and he will up and under it, and a bucket for him gives him 4.
Utah is just fortunate that the ball bounced their way. Both teams are playing with about the same height players, Wyatt. Neither team has a really big player on the court.
Utah on top 9-8, and Haggerty drives and scores with the left hand. PJ into the scoring column, and K-State back in front in the back and forth game. It's 10-9.
Nice to see him scoring early in the game, Wyatt.
Yes, 15 minutes to go in the first, so 5 minutes in. Good pass underneath to McHenry. He gets it to Brown. Terrence will drive. Little floater in the lane off the heel. Fight for the rebound. Good box out by Taj. Deflected to Castillo. Now to Nate Johnson. He'll drive and score. Nate Johnson scores. He's got a bucket. K-State leads 12-9. That's their big advantage.
Pushing the ball, attacking the rim.
Kansas State so far, 5 of their first 7. Top of the circle, Sanders. Kendall drives off the glass with the left hand. No. Ball deflected, picked off by PJ. Haggerty and the Cats are running. PJ into the lane. Spins right, kicks it left. 3 again for Castillo. Yeah! David Castillo, 3 in a row, and he's got 11.
Layups and three-pointers made by Castillo makes you an explosive offensive team.
14:05 to go. Here's Kendall Sanders with the ball. Now to Brown. Up top it goes. Driving, dishing underneath the Hayes for the stuff, and an and one. What a pass by the freshman Obamate Abbey. And Hayes has his first bucket. It's 15-11 K-State. We'll tell you more when we come back after the timeout. 13:58 to go in the half. 15-11 Cats on the K-State Sports Network from Learfield. K-State with the lead, and also 7-0 the advantage in fast break points. Utah with a chance for an and one here for Josh Hayes, fouled before the timeout by Taj Manning, and the free throw is good. 3-point play for Hayes.
K-State had scored 7 straight before that Utah 3-point play.
Wildcats with the basketball, wearing the dark grays, the Anthracites tonight, and here's a bump on the freshman guard Obamate Abbey. He's from Finland, picks up his first. Team foul number 2 against Alex Jensen's Utes.
Most of the backups for Utah come from foreign countries.
Everybody has a foreigner or two these days.
Yep.
Arizona had 8 of 16. Here's Castillo with the ball. Step back 3 on the way. Got it again. He is on fire. He's got 14 and 4 triples already. My goodness, what a shot. 18-12 Cats.
That was a step back. What a confident shot.
With the basketball, Abbey to McHenry, and back to Abbey on the far side. Dribbles past the arc. Here's Sanders, the freshman. Now to McHenry, the lefty. McHenry spots up for 3. That one off the front rim. The guy hits the deck in the middle of the lane. That's Hayes, but he bounces right back up. No harm, no foul, and Utah will get a second chance opportunity here. Here's McHenry to Keanu Dawes. Dawes dribble handoff to McHenry, left side. Now to Hayes. Off to the freshman Abbey. Abbey, shake and bake, inside, off the window, left it short. Hayes the rebound follow, he'll score. Hayes already with 5 points in the ball game, and it's 18-14 Kansas State.
I said there was a sequence there where both teams are playing with the same height guys. It's not true anymore with Josh Hayes in. He's the tallest guy, and it's made a difference.
P.J. Haggerty spinning turnaround jumper. Oh, that one was down and rolls out, and Dawes is the rebounder for Utah. Off to Abbey, brings it down the left sideline. Between the legs on the dribble. He'll set at the top. Gets it off to Dawes. There's the drive and the kick. Sanders a three. No good. Rebound to K-State's P.J. Haggerty. P.J. a good rebounder for a guard. He averages just over 5 a game.
He leads K-State in rebounding.
He does. 18-14 Wildcats. 12:08 to go in a quick moving first half here. And the Wildcats look back at the head coach, Jerome Tang. Here's PJ on the move. Misses the shot. It rolls off the front edge, but he'll run it down. And now Nate Johnson a three. Yes! Nate Johnson with 5. Kansas State already with 5 triples in the game and on top 21-14.
K-State is a very good three-point shooting team, and it has showed up tonight. That is the difference in this game completely.
They are 5 of 6, the Cats from downtown tonight. Kendall Sanders with the ball. Left side. Top of the circle to Abbey. 10 on the shot. Abbey drives to the goal. Off the window. Good. Abumate Abbey has his first bucket to make it 21-16 Kansas State.
Drove down the left side, but used his right hand to take the shot, but he was strong enough to stay focused in on the ball.
Castillo into the lane. Off the window. No good. Rebound to Hayes. Then another whistle and a foul. This one may go against Utah. We'll see. But it also could be, yeah, they're going to say it's against the Utes, I believe. This will send us to a timeout with 11:13 to go in the half. K-State on top by a score of 21-16. The foul is against Hayes, his first and team foul number 3. Back in a moment on the K-State Sports Network from Learfield. Strength through reliable oil and natural gas. That is what keeps America strong and Kansas strong. Get the facts at kansasstrong.com. K-State with the inbounds. Here's P.J. Haggerty left of the lane. Now lobs it inside for Buka, and it's off his hand, and a Wildcat turnover. That will be K-State's second.
Andre Kostic into the game, Wyatt, getting ready to play in his 13th game of the season for K-State.
Doesn't get a lot of minutes, hasn't played a lot lately, but shorthanded. The Wildcats need good minutes out of him tonight. Brown on the drive, into the corner to Okonkwo, who's back in the ballgame. Here's the drive by Brown, now he steps out. Here's McHenry, top of the circle, works to the wing on the left. Drives, nice crossover in the lane with the left hand, got it from 9 feet. That is good. Good basketball from Henry. That makes it 21-18 Wildcats.
When you cross from left to right and you're a lefty, it's hard to stop and square up, but he did a nice job in the paint.
Haggerty with a high floater, got it. PJ on the left baseline has 4. That one was way up into the air, and it's 23-18 K-State.
They haven't been able to stop K-State from going right up to the basket.
Terrence Brown into the front court. One of the top scorers in the Big 12 with a left-handed dribble. Rejects the ball screen, drives inside, kicks it to the right to Sanders. Back to Brown for 3, left it off the front edge of the rim. C.J. Jones into the game, rebounds for K-State, pushes it, bounces it into the corner. Nate Johnson a triple, yes sir! Nate Johnson with a second 3, and that is already 6 for the Wildcats, who are on top, 26-18.
Largest lead of the game, and remember, Utah started off, Wyatt, beating K-State 7-2 at one point in the game.
K-State has made 6 of 7 threes. Brown leaves it for Okonkwo, but he can't handle it. PJ running, off to CJ, layup good! CJ Jones with a basket, his first from Haggerty, and it's 28-18 Wildcats and a timeout by Utah. The Utes will stop play. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Boy, that's a nice 7-0 run over just 56 seconds for the Wildcats.
Second 7-0 run by the Wildcats over Utah in less than a minute 12. So 2 times they have done it with a quick 7-0 run. And you're a hard team to beat when you can fast break and get easy points, and then you knock down 3-pointers. Utah likes shooting their 3-point shots from the corner, Wyatt, but so far they've been unsuccessful. 1 of 5 from behind the arc. Compare that to 6 of 7 by the Wildcats.
0 for 2 for Sanders, and he is pretty much a sharpshooter as we tell you his numbers. He had made 20 of 48 threes coming into the game. That's 42%. And he's a 6'8", 230-pound freshman from Los Angeles who played at IMG Academy and before that at Bernard High School. Really talented freshman, but is 0 for 2. Let's hope that continues. 7-0 run for the Cats, and they're on top 28-18. It's their big lead of the night. Terrence Brown with the ball, 9:25 to go. Brown around the top of the circle to the right. Here's Don McHenry with the ball. He'll drive on PJ. Into the corner for Brown for three. No. Rebound is long to Kostic. Andre Kostic bounces it to Nate Johnson. Drives underneath the basket. Right side triple for CJ. That one is a little bit strong, and the rebound to Traore. Off it goes to McHenry. McHenry brings it down the right side. Works against Nate Johnson. May have gotten popped a little bit there. Here's the runner, and that one will go, and that's McHenry's game there.
Yeah, he's not very thick, but he's crafty with his left hand, running off the dribble and scoring.
He's 2 out of 3. Here's a ball that's knocked away at the rim. K-State will retain possession. Nate Johnson on the drive. Wildcats in front, 28-20 after that bucket a moment ago by McHenry.
On the previous Utah possession before that drive, Terrence Brown was wide open in the corner, Wyatt. That's where they love shooting three-point shots, but tonight they've not made K-State pay. Even that was an open one for Brown.
Dawes got the block on that shot by Nate, and he'll come out of the ball game now.
Dawes has not hurt K-State with his rebounding prowess yet.
Here's a three-pointer in the corner left. No good for P.J. Haggerty. Rebound to Utah. Terrence Brown will bring it up the floor. Across the timeline he goes. 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. There's a screen for Terrence. Keeps the dribble into the lane. Through the lane into the left corner and back out high left to McHenry. McHenry with the screen. Drives off the window on a scoop shot. Almost went, and Buka boards it for Kansas State. Another nice move by McHenry. He just didn't finish. Here's Haggerty. Out it goes to Doreen Buka. All the students thought he was going to shoot a three, and here's a steal by Brown. Terrence Brown will drive and stuff it.
That's a bad turnover by K-State. They haven't had those tonight so far. The one thing K-State's defense has done well, though, Wyatt, I talked about the good ball movement of Utah. They really haven't had that. The last 5 possessions or so has been a ton of dribbling by guys one-on-one.
Terrence Brown now with 7 points in the ball game. Excuse me. Here's a jumper for Haggerty. Left it short from 12 feet on the right wing. Rebound to Terrence Brown. Utah pushes it ahead. Here's Traore underneath the bucket. He keeps the ball. Right low block. Spins back baseline side. Banks it home. Seydou Traore with 6 straight for the Utes. He has 6 in the game, and it's 28-24 Cats.
Now they're shoving their way inside against the Wildcats.
P.J. Haggerty with it up top. Gets a screen from Buka. Right side, C.J. Jones. Jones one dribble to Taj Manning on the right. Just above the foul line, top of the circle. P.J. Haggerty with it. He will drive on McHenry. Kicks it left. Here's a long triple. Good! Guess who? Andre Kostic. Boy, is that great to see. That's the 7th for the Cats. K-State increases its lead to 31-24.
8th three-point make, and he knew the shot clock was running down. That helps your confidence, Wyatt. You say, I know I need to just go ahead and try to make this thing, and he does.
Wildcats are 7 of 10 on distance shots. Traore goes inside for the flush for Okonkwo. 31-26. 6.5 to go. Haggerty with the ball. High right. Off to Buka. Buka to Kostic. Andre works around a screen. He's going to fire up another one, and it's good! Back-to-back triples for Andre Kostic. Kansas State is ripping from distance. They lead at 34-26.
He is a good offensive player.
He really is. Used the screen perfectly. Traore foul line jumper. Good. Traore now with 8 in the game. 34-28 K-State.
Mid-range, old-school jumper.
Both of these teams shooting well above 50%. K-State at 59, the Utes at 52. C.J. Jones with the ball. Back up high it goes. Another 3. Kostic, that was, I think, Buka, wasn't it?
It was Buka.
Yeah.
That's why the students were so excited.
Oh, yeah.
7-2. Remember, he knocked down a couple in a couple games ago. He made 2 straight.
5.5 to go. Quick moving first half. 3 for Brown. It's good again. Terrence Brown with 10. That's their second 3 ball, and it's 34-31. Hard to get away from these guys because they're so good offensively.
Yeah, 2 good offensive teams.
Here's the drive by Haggerty. Step through, misses the layup, and it's tipped into the hands of Brown.
And he was right at the basket.
Terrence Brown, left side, McHenry for three. Yes, McHenry scores. He's got 7, his first triple, third for Utah, and just like that, it's a 34-34 ball game with 5:05 to go in the first half. A 30-second timeout that will go to a full, and we'll take it. This is the K-State Sports Network from Learfield.
2 starters not available tonight. You didn't want to get in foul trouble. Well, it has not been a problem, Wyatt, because each team has only fouled 3 times here in the first half. Both teams playing efficient offense. Paint points for Utah, 22. 3-point shots for K-State, 8 makes.
Go under the 5-minute mark here. Here's Kostic, off to a good start offensively tonight. Nate Johnson with the ball on the right wing. Drives towards the lane. Now a fadeaway jumper. Good from about 13 feet. Nate Johnson already in double figures with 10. And K-State back in front, 36-34.
12th game of the year. He's in double figures. That was a tough shot.
Sure was. Step back. Here's Brown again on the move. Into the corner, Traore. He'll drive by Kostic. Misses the stuff, however, and Andre runs down the loose ball. Pushes it ahead. He got bumped, no call. Takes it all the way to the rack. Layup. Missed it. He went under the rim and tried to bank it and left it off the front iron.
Used his right hand on the left side. The English was wrong.
Yep. Here's Brown. Oh, curl around shot. Good. Brown now with 12, and Utah ties the game at 36-all. Use the rim as protection.
Yeah,
there.
you see why he's one of the leading scorers.
P.J. Haggerty has this one blocked by Okonkwo. Utah running. Dawes right side. Henry a long jumper for 3. Way off the mark. Didn't draw iron. K-State running. Here's Haggerty. P.J. with it. Into the corner. Nate Johnson. 3:50 to go in the half. Tied at 36. K-State with the ball. Nate into the lane. Now kicks it left. Castillo for 3. Yes, sir! Boy, has he been on fire tonight. That's 5 and 17 for Castillo. Kansas State has already made 9 triples in the ball game, and they lead 39-36.
And David's tied his season high with 5 3-point makes.
Unbelievable. Under 3.5 to go. Here's Dawes to McHenry. McHenry works, drives off the glass, left it short. Rebound to Castillo. 3:18 to go. K-State by 3 and with the ball wearing the anthracite grays. And Coach Tang wants them to slow down and run a set play here. 3:10 to go in the half. Shot clock is at 18. Castillo up top. Dribbles towards the left. Fires another 3. Just off the mark this time, and the rebound to Utah. It's Okonkwo. Okonkwo gets it off to the guard.
He wanted Castillo to get a shot, but I'm not sure he wanted him to take it without passing the ball some.
Yeah, 20 on the shot. Here's McHenry. He'll drive. Gets it into the corner. Dawes to Brown up top. Brown uses the screen. Off to Dawes. He's open for a triple. He can shoot him occasionally. Misses this one a little bit short, and the rebound to Taj Manning.
He was so open. He stood there for a second, took one dribble, and acted like it was a free throw, but missed.
2.5 minutes to go. K-State by 3 and with the ball. Castillo left side. Asking for help. Gives it up to Nate Johnson. Johnson with the ball. Wanted PJ, but can't get him. Now drives instead. Kicks it back out. Kostic a long NBA 3. That one is off the mark. Nearly banked it in, but Nate Johnson saves it. Castillo fakes the 3. A step back 3. Side rim, no. Kostic trying for the rebound, and now Taj Manning has it. Off to Castillo. Here's Kostic. Back up top. Nate Johnson. Another 3 ball. That one good. Nate Johnson knocks it down and has 13 and 3 threes. That's 10 in the first half for K-State. They lead it 42-36.
K-State has been hurt this year so much by teams getting second and third chances on the same possession. K-State did it that time.
Here's Brown up top. Into the corner left. Traore for 3. Got it. Traore knocks that one down. He's got 11, and that's 4 triples for Utah. And a quick timeout here.
They got technical?
Maybe.
Or a timeout.
It is a full timeout. We'll tell you more when we come back. 42-39 Wildcats with 1:37 to go in the half on the K-State Sports Network from Learfield. And the Utes playing really good offense too. They're 17 of 33, have 5 assists on 17 made field goals, 11 assists on 16 for Kansas State. They did call a technical foul against Traore. Prior to the timeout, Nate Johnson at the line knocks down the free throw. Nate now with 14 first half points. That's K-State's first free throw, and their lead is 43-39. make it 44-39 as Nate goes 2 for 2.
They like to finish off the half strong, and hopefully K-State can do that. You would expect this to be a close game, Wyatt. Every point matters, so K-State gets a free 2 and their first free throws of the game.
Traore had to have said something after he hit that 3 because it was a quick whistle by Michael Greenstein. 90 seconds to go in the half. Nate Johnson up high between the rings. Drives baseline. Kicks it back out to Castillo. Top of the circle. 13 on the shot clock. PJ Haggerty with it. Moves, steps in, shot from 6 feet. Perfect. PJ is so good at that. That's a half a dozen for him. 46-39, K-State by 7. Their big lead has been 10. Utah's big lead at 7-2, a 5-point advantage. 1:03 to go.
What a game of streaks it's been.
Oh boy, I'd say. Here's Traore. Drives inside. Nice kick to the left. Layup is good. That's Hayes, and he's been a factor in the half. He's got 7.
His height has been an advantage at 6'10" on a night where K-State is missing some bigs.
46-41. Here's a drive and a charge against PJ Haggerty. That'll be his second, only the 4th against the Wildcats, so the team fouls are now even, and Jerome Tang did not like that call.
They probably want to get PJ Haggerty out of the game, so there's no chance of him getting a 3rd foul before the half ends.
Michael Greenstein with that call too. Here comes C.J. Jones. He will replace Andre Kostic. Greenstein telling Jerome Tang that he pushed off with his offhand. Here's Abbey, the freshman, out top. He'll drive right side, kicks it left. Here's Traore. Left corner, now to the wing. Top of the circle to Brown. Fakes the 3, drives on CJ, stops, pops from 13, got it. Brown now with 14 in the half. It's 46-43, K-State.
Neither team will let up playing good offense.
That's exactly right. 15 seconds to go in the first half. K-State would love a bucket here going into halftime. Haggerty with 9 and now 8. Midcourt gets a screen, drives to the left, into the lane, and a whistle stops play. PJ is fouled. Marcus Pettigrew with a call here.
Will they call a shooting foul or not? That's a question. I don't think so.
The foul, his first team foul number 5.
K-State has baseline inbounds, 3.2 seconds, plenty of time to score.
Haggerty to trigger, looking, still looking. They get it into Taj, now to Haggerty for 3, and just off the side rim, and we're 20 minutes in. At halftime, our score, Kansas State 46, Utah 43. Our halftime show is next. This is the K-State Sports Network from Learfield. Wildcats playing shorthanded tonight without Kamari McGriff, Moby Ike Garuka, Abdi Bashir, and Elias Rapiak, but leading 46-43 as we start the second half.
Abdi Bashir, the scoring machine, 3-point man for K-State, unavailable. But how about David Castillo? Wyatt, 17 points in the first half, 6 of 9 from the field, and 5 of 7 from behind the arc. Almost like he's Abdi Bashir.
No doubt. He's capable. We've seen it this year. Here's the inbounds, and off we go. K-State with the basketball. Here is Castillo at the top of the circle. Dribbles with the left hand, bounces it off to PJ Haggerty. Not a great pass, and it's stolen away by Brown. He will drive and miss it, but following it up is Traore, and he now has 13. That makes it 46-45 K-State.
Traore hustled down, didn't take anything for granted, and timed it out perfectly to get a putback.
PJ Haggerty, here's an illegal screen called against Buka. He wasn't totally set. That will be his second. Team foul number 1. We had only 9 fouls called in the first half, 5 against Utah. Let's see if it's similar in this half or whether those fouls ratchet up a little bit. Sometimes it does change. Here's Brown at the top, works to the left side to McHenry, now to Dawes and back to McHenry, back to Dawes and now to Brown up top. Brown, a big time scorer on the drive, stops, pops, off the glass, good. Brown now with 16, and Utah just like that on top 47-46 with a 4-0 run to start the second period of play.
They started the game well also.
They did, up 7-2. Haggerty works to the right side to David Castillo and now to Taj Manning. Taj gets it off to Johnson. 1 minute into the period. Here's Nate at the foul line. Kicks it to the right to Haggerty. 7 to shoot, 6 to shoot. He will drive. He's cut off into the lane. Tough shot. Can't get the roll. Fight for the rebound. Tipped, and it belongs to Utah. Buca tipped it, but it was Traore who came away with it. 18:40 to go. Wildcats are down 1. Brown with the basketball right side, and here is an illegal screen against Okonkwo. Okonkwo will pick up the foul, and that will be his first, and the first in the period against Utah, only their 6th in the ball game.
The last time K-State played in a game where there were almost no foul calls, it changed completely in the second half. You mentioned that possibility, Wyatt, and we've seen it. It's almost as if the game was officiated completely differently.
Kansas State with the basketball, wearing the anthracite dark grays tonight. 90 seconds into the second half. Here's C.J. Jones into the game. Dribble handoff to Nate Johnson out high. He drives towards the right. Oh, here's a steal by Brown, and he will stuff it. Terrence Brown, just like that, with 18, and Utah leads 49-46.
And a couple of steals. Bad turnovers by K-State. That's what they wanted to avoid. Brown has more steals than anybody for Utah this year.
Here's P.J. Haggerty into the lane with a little floater from 8 feet. It's good. P.J. Haggerty with 8 points. That makes it 49-48 Utah. Just over 2 minutes into the period. Brown to Traore. Lobs over the top to Brown, off the glass, got it. He posted deep and scored and has 20. 51-48 Utes.
He is in rhythm right now.
13th game this year with 20 plus. He's also had a couple of 30 plus. Sounds exactly like P.J. Haggerty, who has the ball here. P.J. K-State thought he was fouled, no call. P.J. to the deck, Utah on the move. Coach Tang is on the floor. Traore goes inside. Jump hook by Okonkwo won't go. Ball is deflected. K-State with the run out. Here's PJ against Brown. Fake, shoots, scores, and an and one. Outstanding play by Haggerty. He has double digits for the 19th consecutive game. For the 83rd time in his career, that bucket makes it a 1-point game, 51-50 Utah, but PJ Haggerty can tie the game.
Great outlet pass by David Castillo, right? When he grabbed that rebound, he fired that ball all the way past half court, which made it 1-on-1, and P.J. Haggerty, what a great stop and then shot, making it with a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play.
Rattles out the free throw that would have tied it. K-State still remains down 1, 51-50 with 17-12 to go. Terrence Brown into the front court.
The Wildcats only 4 turnovers in the first half, Wyatt. They've already had 4 here early in the second half.
Okonkwo with the ball, top of the circle, Dawes. Nearly falling down is Brown, and he does lose his footing and goes down. K-State the other way. There's the lob. Layup is good by Haggerty from Nate Johnson. 12 points for PJ. K-State back in front, 52-51.
Fast break.
16:45 to go.
K-State fast breaked early in the game effectively, and now they got to do it a few possessions in a row here as well.
K-State's got 11 fast break points in the game. Here's the drive by Brown, steps through, top of the circle, Traore. Works right side lane line, inside the foul line with a floater. No, hit the rim twice. Nate Johnson with the rebound for K-State. Nate pushes. Now stops but keeps the dribble. 16-16 to go in the game. There's the lob over the top to Taj. Great pass, great catch, great bucket. Taj Manning's first points of the night. K-State leads 54-51.
Nate Johnson really does a good job of passes, Wyatt. We don't talk about it enough.
6-0 run over 105 for K-State to recapture the lead. They're up 3. Here's McHenry, right side with a right-handed dribble. He's a left-handed player. Dribbles at the top now, crossover into the lane, and he draws the foul against C.J. Jones. C.J. will pick up his first, Wildcat foul number 2, and here's the under 16 with 15:50 to go. K-State on top, 54-51 on the K-State Sports Network from Learfield. Each team with 8 points in this period, K-State by 3.
But they're not getting there the same way, Wyatt. Do you realize it kind of snuck up on me when we went to the half? There was a minute left in the half. K-State led by 7, 46-39. Utah came out and started the second half well and actually scored 10 straight points from finishing off the half and starting the second half. And guess what? K-State said, okay, we're coming right back with 6 straight, and the game's close again.
McHenry, the 14th best free thrower in the league, misses his first try of the night. It remains a 3-point Wildcat lead. McHenry will get another. He has 7 points in the game. He's averaging 18.2, 8th best in the conference, and this free throw is good. Students boo because it cost him a, what is it, a donut or something?
2 straight misses is worth a reward to the students.
Cats by 2. PJ steps through, off the window, no, and draws the foul on McHenry. McHenry will pick up his first team foul, number 3. So PJ Haggerty to the free throw line for the Cats.
Something Wyatt did not say hardly at all in the first half for either team.
Exactly. Free throw here. Front rim no good, and PJ is now 0 for 2. Shooting 72.4% on the year. He had 21 on Saturday in Stillwater with 8 rebounds, 3 assists and a steal, and played all 40 minutes. This one is good. That's 13 for PJ Haggerty. Cats on top, 55-52. Utah with the basketball. Abbey into the ball game. Obamate Abbey, that freshman point guard from Finland.
Both teams are playing very small right now.
Abbey back to the middle of the floor on the drive into the lane, kicks it right. This is Okonkwo. Shot with the left hand won't go. Good box out, but it ends up with Okonkwo and a whistle and a foul call. This one will go against the Utes. Coach Tang asking to Tommy Johnson, why don't you call that, as opposed to across the floor from Marcus Pettigrew. The foul will go against Okonkwo. It will be his second and team foul number 4.
Now a substitution made by first-year head coach Alec Jensen to bring Josh Hayes in. When that happened in the first half, they brought in that size at 6'10", and he started taking advantage of it.
K-State with the basketball. Here's Taj Manning. Off to PJ Haggerty. 3 at the top. Good look. Just rolls off. Taj Manning tried for the rebound but couldn't hang on. Great effort. Not good results for the Cats. Here comes Brown after a short breather. He'll get McHenry. K-State on top 55-52, but Utah with a chance to tie with a 3 here.
Manning was in great position, but that three-point shot had a long rebound, and it kind of went over his head where he could barely touch it and then knocked it out of bounds.
Here's Abbey with the basketball. Off to Kendall Sanders. Now to Traore. Back to Abbey at the point. Abbey keeps the dribble with the right hand. Towards the right side. Works against Castillo. Good defense by David to shut him off. Here's Brown on the drive now against David on the switch. High arcer. Oh, what a shot from 15 feet by Brown.
He has all the levels covered on his shooting. Mid-range, three-point, and driving.
55-54. Nate Johnson in the lane. Tries to get out of trouble. Does so with a pass to PJ. He shakes, bakes, spins, kicks it right. Nate for 3. That one won't go. Rebound to Taj Manning. Out to Castillo, a triple. That one off the mark, and the rebound to Utah. Sanders comes away with it. Wildcats by 1. Here's Traore with the basketball. Off to Abbey. Obamate Abbey, a 5'11 freshman from Finland. Right side, 14 on the shot. We're under 14 minutes to play in the game. Here's Brown to Abbey. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Sanders to Brown. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. He drives, fires up a prayer off the mark, and that will be a shot clock violation again. Oh, wait, maybe not.
Utah said to hit the rim, so everyone's wondering what the heck's going on. Jerome Tang says shot clock violation. Utah got the rebound. What are they going to say? If it hit the rim, Utah should retain the basketball with a reset at 20 seconds. But he shot the ball from the right, and it flew over to the left side.
So we're going to look at it here, I believe.
Previous play is under review.
Yep, they're going to look at it to see if it indeed drew iron. Hard to tell from our vantage point. What'd you think? Did you get a good look?
Well, he's such a good shooter, and he can do it from all different angles that you'd think he would hit the rim, but it might have gone too far. I think it bounced off the other side of the backboard and went to the ground without hitting the rim. I think it's going to be a shot clock violation in K-State basketball.
I agree, looking at the replay. It hit the backboard, but on the other side, the left side of the rim. It is close, though, I will say that.
Yeah, it's close when it came down, and I at first thought, oh, he hit the rim. But I think it may be a little long, but, you know, what was the original call on the court? Which one are we saying is the original call, and then are we going to think about reversing it? I didn't hear an original call.
I did not either. I'm not even sure that they made one.
They all kind of stopped. Like Utah kind of started playing. K-State stopped and tapped their head saying shot clock violation, and then the official said, well, it looks like half the players or more aren't playing, so let's stop the game.
At the moment, K-State leads it by a point, 55-54. I don't think it hit the rim, but although it was close, the officials confer they're going to call it a shot clock violation.
After review, the call on the floor stands as a shot clock violation.
Okay, so K-State will have the basketball.
Good defense, because it's not easy to guard Terrence Brown. He has really picked up the pace, Wyatt, scoring like he has. He's a 20-point machine out there. This is his 13th game this year. He has had 20 or more points in a game.
K-State will play it in against a little bit of pressure. Here comes Andre Kostic off Jerome Tang's bench, and he will get Castillo as we get close to the 12-minute timeout, or 12 under. 55-54 Cats, 13 and a half minutes to go in the game as P.J. Haggerty brings it up the floor. He's at the timeline and crosses it now with a left-handed dribble. C.J. Jones. C.J. with it up top. Looks right, goes that way to Kostic. Kostic between the legs on the dribble. Bounces it off to P.J. Haggerty. Shot clock is at 9. Cats need to get something going here. Haggerty has it right side, drives foul line, gets it off to Taj. At the window, misses the bank shot. Fight for the rebound. Kostic had it momentarily. C.J. will save it for K-State with 16 on the shot clock.
That was Kostic that kept that alive.
It sure was. There's the bounce inside and a kick. At 12:56, they'll reset the shot clock to 20, and K-State will play it in.
You've mentioned a couple of times in your play-by-play battle. These rebounds, sometimes there's 4 guys jumping up, maybe once or twice, to try to keep the ball alive.
They called a foul on Hayes, his second, and team foul number 5. Tommy Johnson with that call. Here's the inbounds for K-State. C.J. Jones has it. 12:50 to go in the game. Wildcats by 1. Here's C.J. Stops, pops, 2-pointer, rattles out. Fight for the rebound. It goes off of Taj Manning and out of bounds.
Taj is getting great rebound position, Wyatt. They're not all bouncing to him, but he is the closest guy to the rebound, which you don't usually see offensive players do that. He's done very well. And how about Kostic getting in there and battling the last time to keep it alive?
Castillo will come right back in. He'll replace P.J. Haggerty.
Just trying to get P.J. Haggerty a small rest, because it's with 12:40 left in the half. We'll be getting a stoppage here soon.
Brown into the front court. He gets a high screen from Hayes. Gets a return pass, does Hayes. Off it goes now to Sanders. Kendall Sanders back to Brown near the timeline. Works right side. Into the corner it goes. Sanders on the drive. Over the shoulder pass McHenry. Now Brown on the left for 3. Swish. Terrence Brown has 25 and 3 threes. That's 5 in the game for Utah, and they're in front again, 57-55.
Great pass by McHenry. He knew that Terrence Brown was hot and got him the 3-point opportunity.
Cats have missed their last 5 and need a bucket right here. Nate Johnson with the ball between the rings out high.
3:21 without scoring.
Yeah, here's the drive. Underneath, Johnson turns, has the shot blocked by Hayes, and the rebound comes down to Utah. Hayes gets it off to Brown. Brown drives inside, and Kostic fouled him. And that will take us to immediate timeout. First on Kostic, third on the Cats. Utah leads at 57-55 with 11:45 to play. This is the K-State Sports Network from Learfield.
Couple of droughts for K-State. They haven't scored in 3:53, right, Wyatt?
Exactly.
The other one is they haven't made a 3-pointer in the second half after making 10 in the first.
Here's the drive inside for Dawes, and he is bumped and held on his way to the basket. That was a really good pass. C.J. Jones will pick up the foul, his second. K-State with 4 fouls in the half. That equals their first half total. 5 for Utah in each half. We await the inbounds. There it is into the left corner for Hayes and out to Brown. Terrence Brown with the ball against C.J. Jones. There's a screen for Terrence. Right side to Sanders. Back up to Brown. Thought about the 3 and now drives into the corner. McHenry a triple. Yes. What a shot. McHenry now with 11 and a couple of threes. That's 6 for the Utes. And just like that, it's a 60-55 Ute lead with 11:29 to go and a stoppage of play here.
Did they call that a foul while he was shooting?
Have. Yeah, they must have. They called it on Castillo. Castillo with his first Wildcat foul number 5. I did not even hear a whistle, to be frank with you. Shot here by McHenry is off the mark, and the rebound is to K-State's Taj Manning.
Wow, that could have been a 4-point play.
Sure could. K-State with the ball, needing a bucket, down 5. Their big deficit in the game was 5. It's 7-2, and that's equaled right here with 11:15 to go.
8-0 run by Utah.
Here's the drive inside. PJ fake, shoots it, got it. Boy, he's so patient in there, and sometimes it's so hard to do that, but he has 15 to make it 60-57. Here's a Wildcat steal. C.J. Jones pushes it up the floor. C.J. works against McHenry. To the lane, shot up, no good, and it's tipped out, and it belongs to Kansas State. Good effort by C.J. and just missed that floater by maybe inches. Cats to play at baseline near side. Here's the inbounds to Manning. Right back to P.J. Haggerty, who inbounded ball. He'll work against Brown. Drives on him, little 8-foot floater. No. Rebound is to Brown.
That basket by K-State on the previous possession was the first score in 4 minutes and 29 seconds for the Wildcats.
Got to hang with this high-scoring Utah team, and it's not easy to do. Here's Dawes on the drive to the rim. Misses the shot, but it's laid up and in by Hayes on the follow. He's got 9. 62-57 Utes.
His height makes a slight difference in this game.
Sure does. K-State playing shorthanded. Here's Haggerty with the basketball up top. He'll drive inside the lane, stops, fakes, shoots, whistle again, and a foul. We've said it so many times, but PJ knows how to draw fouls. He is fouled by Brown, and that's 3 on Terrence Brown. Utah foul number 6 in the half. K-State's got to make some free throws here now. They're 3 out of 5. Haggerty has 15 points. He's 7 of 18 from the field.
At Oklahoma State, K-State hardly shot any free throws, but they didn't make a very good percentage either.
His free throw is good, making 16 now for PJ.
Utah had tied their largest lead of the game, leading by 5 before that free throw. And you mentioned it, you got to be good free throw shooters when you get your opportunities.
Haggerty, 22.8 points a game, first in the league, 12th in the league in assists at 4.6. Shot here, rattles around and out. 62-58 Utah. 10:09 to go in the game. Obamate Abbey, right side wing with the dribble. Back to the middle of the floor. Stops, spins, and back out to McHenry. The lefty has it, gets a screen. Between the legs on the dribble. Off to Hawes, back to McHenry. Fakes the triple, drives. Now off to Dawes. He throws it into the corner. McHenry a 3. That one won't go, and the rebound to K-State's Nate Johnson. That was right near the shot clock, and here's a jumper for PJ. Good! PJ Haggerty pops one through there. He's got 19 and a triple. That's 11 for K-State, and they're first in this period, and that makes it 62-61 Utah.
Utah is resting Terrence Brown. This is an opportunity for K-State to take advantage of this opportunity.
9:18 to go. McHenry high left against Castillo. 10 to shoot. Step back 3. Oh my, what a shot for McHenry.
See, he understands he's taken their last 3 shots. He knows he's the next go-to guy, and that time he came through with a 3-point shot.
65-61 on the 3 by McHenry. K-State with it. Here's Haggerty, a little 8-footer, good! P.J. Haggerty again. He's got 21 in the game. 65-63 Utah.
His 14th game of 20 or more this year.
8 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Abbey with it between the rings out high with a right-handed dribble. Set play maybe here for Utah. Abbey drives to the foul line, stops, pops, rolls it out of there. That one rattled out, and the rebound to K-State's C.J. Jones. On the move, he brings it down the left sideline. Off it goes to P.J. Haggerty. Haggerty has been tough in this half. He's going to drive again into the lane. Off the window, got it. P.J. Haggerty now with 23 points at 65-65.
He is hot right now, and K-State's getting him the basketball.
Tied for the 4th time. We've had 6 lead changes. 8 minutes to go. Tie game. Abbey with it out high. Dribbles towards the left. Back to the middle to McHenry. McHenry, the lefty, works to the right side. Drives against C.J. Jones. Stops. Pitches it into the left corner. Traore for 3. Side rim, no. It was short. Rebound Cats. Here's Haggerty. K-State trying for the lead here. Here's Nate Johnson on the drive. Off to the big fella. Buka at the rim. No. Trison has it knocked away. Here's Traore. Traore drives. He will take it to the rim, loses his balance, but scores on the bank. That is 15 for Traore, and it's 67-65. Haggerty in the lane for another tie. That one won't go, and a fight for the rebound and a whistle and a foul. Foul coming here against K-State's Doreen Buka, and that will take us to a timeout. It's his third. Wildcat foul number 6. 7:21 to go. Utah by 2, 67-65. This is the K-State Sports Network from Learfield. K-State still trailing in terms of points in the paint, 36-24, but P.J. Haggerty has really gotten some inside shots in that lane here of late to close that gap, Stan Weber.
Yes, he has done a good job of driving the ball and finding that little three-footer or getting fouled and going to the line.
Here's McHenry off to Abbey. Abbey with the ball right side. Sanders also back in. He's at the top of the circle with the ball. Gets it off to McHenry. Shot clock at 10. 7 minutes to play in the game. Sanders to Traore. Seydou Traore with the ball. He steps back, shoots a three. Short, long rebound is deflected into the hands of Nate Johnson. Nate brings it down for the Cats. He will drive, kicks it into the corner. Castillo a three. Got it! David Castillo with 20. He's got 6 triples in the game, and that is 12 for the Cats. And they now lead 68-67.
Second time in his career that he's got 20 points in a game, and he's made more three-pointers in his game than any time in his career.
Sanders on the left. McHenry for a triple. That one won't go. Rebound to K-State's P.J. Haggerty. P.J. with another rebound. Brings it into the front court. Keeps the dribble with the right hand. Works into the lane. Stops and pops from 10. Got it again. P.J. Haggerty with 25. And the Cat lead is 70-67.
And Terrence Brown with 3 fouls has not been put back in the game. He's finally going to the scorer table. K-State has had a big advantage since he's been sitting on the bench.
K-State has hit 5 of its last 7 shots. They lead by 3, 70-67. They at one time led by 10. Abbey inside, blocked, but a whistle and a foul is called here. Michael Greenstein with the call, and it's over on the far side. The second on Castillo, and number 7 against K-State. So into the bonus goes the Utes as Abbey goes to the free throw line.
These runs are just crazy. Wyatt, K-State on a 9-2 run back at Utah to take the lead.
Abbey 80% at the line this year, 12 of 15. Not a big sample size, but a good young player, and hits the free throw. That's just his 3rd point in the game, but it makes it 70-68 Wildcats. K-State recaptured that lead a moment ago at 68-67. It's now 70-68 Wildcats. Abbey trying to get them a little bit closer with a second free throw.
And Terrence Brown is back in.
This free throw rattles in there.
Will he have the same rhythm though, Wyatt? He was white hot when he went to the bench.
Sure enough. He's such a scorer, you'd think he would pick it right up, but it doesn't always work that way. 5:42 to go. Haggerty with the ball out near midcourt. Manning trying to screen for him. He'll work with the ball to the left. Bumped by Traore, but he shoots a 13-footer and scores! Oh my, PJ! 27 for Haggerty at 72-69, and he is feeling it right now.
Just probing back and forth, and then finally saying, I'm going to take that 13-footer, and he makes it.
Here's Abbey on the left wing. Dribbles with the right hand, gets a screen, works against Castillo. That's a good matchup. He drives through the lane, kicks it left, and it's wide of the intended target, Kendall Sanders. And Utah will bring Dawes into the game for Traore with 5:08 to go.
Biggest lead K-State had since just almost exactly 10 minutes ago.
Wildcats with the ball. Nate Johnson with it into the front court. Here's P.J. Haggerty against Abbey. Works away from the screener. P.J. turnaround jumper. Missed that one, and it is a rebound to Sanders. Pretty good shot, just a little bit off the mark for P.J. Haggerty.
And K-State almost got the rebound as Taj Manning continued to fight inside.
He works inside hard. 15 on the shot. Okonkwo to Brown. Out near the midcourt line. Dribbles to the right. Off to Dawes. Thought about the three. Passes it up. Now Sanders with it. To Brown up high. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Brown on the drive. Scooper. No. And we've got a whistle and a foul. Did they call a charge? They did, I think.
Taj Manning took the charge.
That is a huge call. That's 4 on Brown, team foul number 7. He will get his 4th foul with 4:25 to play. Big call there. Okonkwo will come out. Hayes will come in, but Brown will stay as we get under 5, make it 4.5 minutes in this game.
What a big play by Taj Manning, who continues to do all the little things.
72-69 Kansas State, wearing the anthracite grays tonight, trying to win in the league for the first time. Wildcats 0-5 for the first time since '97, trying to change that here. Here's Haggerty into the lane against Brown. Stops, Banks, got it. He is unbelievable. 29 for P.J. Haggerty. 74-69 Kansas State with 4 minutes to go. Here's Brown. Works to the right side on the dribble. Gives it up to McHenry. McHenry works at the top against C.J. Jones. Now Brown on the drive. Brown step back, long jumper, swish. It's a 3 for Brown. That gives him 28 and 4 threes. My goodness.
The 2 big-time scorers going at it.
74-72 K-State with 3.5 to go. And P.J. drives again. No foul called. He left it short. There was a collision there. Here's Brown the other way. Brown with the ball. Works left wing. Now to the middle of the floor. Stops. Up and under. Got it. Brown scores again. He is just amazing. He's got 30, and we're tied at 74 all.
Right-hand side, left-hand scoop shot, and he acted like his arm was 7 foot long as he reached up and made it look easy.
7 lead changes in the game, 5 ties, 3 minutes to go. 74 all. Here's Haggerty. PJ with it. With the ball, low block. Out it goes to Johnson and right back to PJ and knocked away, and Brown saves it, and then a foul on PJ Haggerty. Oh boy, that hurts.
What a chance Brown took with 4 fouls to try to go for a steal.
We've got a timeout with 2:51 to go, tied at 74. This is the K-State Sports Network from Learfield. We're all tied up. Terrence Brown has 30 to lead Utah. For the Wildcats of Kansas State, P.J. Haggerty has 29 and David Castillo has 20.
And we just saw P.J. Haggerty have his 3rd foul after Terrence Brown went for a steal. Even though he has 4 fouls, he got the steal, got the foul. He's at the free throw line for 1 and 1.
An 80% free thrower. First time there tonight. This one is good. 31 for him. His high this year, 36 against Weber State. That's a career high. Utah on top, 75-74. A second free throw for Brown, and this one rolls off. That's a big miss. K-State down 1, 2:48 to go.
Winning plays at the end was one of the keys to start the game.
No doubt. 2:40 to go. Here's Castillo. David has played great tonight. Has it at center circle. Brown playing with his hands behind his back.
Yeah, he does not want to be called for a foul.
For sure. Here's Castillo driving left side lane line right at the rim. It will not go. A little 6-footer, and it rolled off to the right.
And he's more open than he thought because Brown flashed, but Brown was jumping away from him saying, I don't want to foul.
2:15 to go. Utah 1-point lead and the basketball. Here's Brown driving right side off to Hayes. Back to Brown. Middle of the floor with the right-handed and now left-handed dribble. Back to the right side towards the baseline. Fires one that's an air ball, but it's saved by Hayes. Traore for 3. That one is way off the mark, and K-State with the loose ball. And here's Haggerty from Castillo. Underneath, C.J. Jones with the catch. He'll kick it back out to P.J. 1:49 to go. Haggerty turns, shoots, scores! P.J. Haggerty with 31, and K-State leads 76-75.
And a foul.
How about that? It will be the 8th foul against Utah in the period, and it will go against Dawes, and that will be his first of the night. How about that play? So above 30 for a 3rd time this year is P.J. Haggerty. He's got 31 and a free throw coming. On the way, yes. P.J. Haggerty with 32 points.
His best free throw of the night.
77-75 Cats with 1:45 to go. A 30-second timeout. This should go to a full timeout. And it will. We'll take it with them. Cats by 2. Back in a moment on the K-State Sports Network from Learfield. K-State basketball also brought to you by Intrust Bank. the official home of Wildcat credit and debit cards. Pay with pride, only from Intrust Bank. Inbounds pass for Utah, and here they come. Down 2 with 1:40 to go. Brown into the front court from left to right. He'll dribble towards the middle of the floor. Hayes with the screen. Back to the left it goes. And now back to Brown from McHenry. Over the shoulder pass. Dawes in the corner for 3 in the lead. No. Long rebound is tipped a couple of times. McHenry will shoot a 3 ball. No. Long rebound fought for. It's on the floor. And is there a whistle? Yes. Michael Greenstein says a tie up. And the possession arrow is going to belong to the Utah Utes.
Great hustle by the guy that they count on doing that, Dawes. And then earlier, Traore kept the ball alive. K-State just couldn't clear the boards. Remember, K-State's playing really small right now. 4 guards, and Taj Manning's not the tallest guy in the world at 6'7".
1:18 to go. We've got another timeout here with K-State in front, 77-75. Utah to play at baseline near side with Don McHenry, the lefty. The 2 guard in this offense. He looks for Brown, instead lobs it into Hayes and back to McHenry, right side. 15 on the shot clock. Utah working. Here's McHenry on the drive. Stops, cut off. Top of the circle, Dawes. Works to the left to Traore. Now to Brown with 7 and now 6 to shoot. CJ chases him. Shot off the glass. Good for Brown. Wow, he's got 33 and ties the game at 77 all.
And they allowed a lot of contact. Taj Manning went straight up. They hit each other, and he somehow kept his composure and made the shot.
K-State with the basketball, 45 seconds to go in a tie. Here's C.J. Jones with it. Haggerty cuts, turnaround jumper off the window. Yes, sir! He got it. P.J. Haggerty now with 34 and a timeout. K-State back in front, 79-77 on that jumper off the window by P.J. Haggerty.
That was a sweet shot, because at this point, if they're going to allow physicality, you got to be very careful. He went up, leaned back, and then was able to make the shot off the backboard. A very impressive shot, unstoppable. Anytime in the game, leaning back a little bit. Looked like an NBA player banking that thing in.
And that from the right low block. And again, I will stress this, his patience with the ball in his hand and the way he can finish, extraordinary. Always, but especially here tonight, he's been superb.
Yeah, just clutch shooting tonight, and Terrence Brown, the other big-time scorer in the ballgame, is trying to match it, because the shot that he made, he drove the ball, smashed into the chest of Taj Manning. Sometimes they'll give that call to the offense, and they said, no, we're playing on, and yet Brown was able to make the shot and tie it up. K-State, though, makes a shot and is ahead by 2.
Utah will play it in.
Full court pressure by K-State, man-to-man.
Seydou Traore will do the honors, and here it comes to Dawes, back to Traore, and he'll bring it up the floor.
They're trying to keep it out of Brown's hands.
25 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Brown with it, far side. He'll dribble towards the middle of the floor against C.J. Jones. Tough assignment there. He'll drive off the window. Missed it. Rebound to Kansas State's P.J. Haggerty. 20 seconds to go. Lead pass ahead, and K-State throws it away. Johnson could not keep the ball in his hands or keep him inbounds with the ball. He had all of his momentum stand going to the north end of the building, unfortunately.
P.J. Haggerty had not made it to half court yet, Wyatt. They fought for the rebound. He got it. Utah was probably going to try to foul, but he took off dribbling toward the middle of the court, but not near half court, and he saw out in front of him a Wildcat all alone, Nate Johnson. And so he fired the ball to Nate, but he ended up being a low-line drive bounce pass, and Nate Johnson couldn't quite catch up to it till right near the baseline, and then it went off his hands out of bounds. An unforced error by the Wildcats. They should have just held the ball and forced Utah to foul in that situation.
That's the 10th turnover of the night for K-State. Utah has 9, and Utah has taken a full timeout. We'll keep this one right here. 19.4 to go. K-State in front, 79-77. K-State has fouled 8 times. Utah 8 times. Each team with 1 timeout remaining. Each team shooting 50%. I don't know. We've got here a little bit differently, but yet this game is about as even as you could possibly ask for. K-State has made 12 triples, but only 2 in this half. Utah has made 8, 4 in this half. It's just been a fun game to watch. We said going in, both of these teams are guard heavy. and they love offense, and we've not been disappointed with expecting and now getting that here tonight.
K-State was a three-point shooting team, making 10 in the first half to 4 for Utah, right? But the paint points, Utah had outscored K-State by 16 in the first half. Well, White, you mentioned it. K-State's not as hot from three-point land. Utah's actually made more in the second half to make it closer. And guess what about the points in paint? K-State has outscored Utah in the second half and are within 6 overall. They outscored them 22-12 in the second half. PJ Haggerty getting in the paint. So it's weird how we got here, but we're where we expected to be. High scoring, close game.
Utah will have the ball. They have multiple options here, but you would certainly think Brown would be number 1 on the list.
But they haven't been using the multiple, Wyatt. They've been trying to get the ball to the star, and he's been going one-on-one. We started the game talking that Utah makes good passes. Right now, they're just going one-on-one, and K-State's double-teaming number 2, Terrence Brown.
Here's the inbounds to McHenry. Into the front court he goes. 15 seconds to go. K-State by 2. McHenry steps back, leans in. He's fouled. Nearly made the shot. Is fouled by the Wildcats' Taj Manning with 11 seconds to go. They may look at this to make sure it's from 3. But Taj with the foul, it will be his second, team foul number 9. I think he had a foot on the line.
He did. He stepped back thinking he was in three-point land, pump faked, and was rewarded for leaning forward. You don't always get that call. Taj Manning shouldn't have jumped, but he leaned in, and a lot of times they say no call. Taj didn't really reach out. It's a 2-shot foul, not a 3.
So McHenry, an 80% foul shooter. He's missed tonight. This free throw is no good. He missed it with 11 seconds to go, and K-State leading 79-77. What a big miss. 1 of 4 at the line is McHenry, who's an 80% free throw shooter. Unbelievable. Here comes another momentarily. Fans roaring here at Bramlage. Second free throw is on the way, and good.
So now they're going to foul. They didn't try to miss right there. Remember, you got an NBA coach. And when you got an NBA coach in Alex Jensen, he thinks 11 seconds is like a minute in NBA terms. So they make the second free throw. It still could be a critical miss that a player thinks about all the way home back to Utah if K-State can execute right here. But they're going to try to steal the ball. If they don't get it, they're going to foul quickly and force K-State to go to the free throw line. And it will be a 1-and-1 if K-State gets fouled.
So Utah is out of timeouts. K-State with 1 remaining. This is a 30-second timeout, and K-State has the ball and a lead of 79-78. The Wildcats, again, I'll repeat, have a timeout if they need it on the inbounds. Both teams still shooting right at that 50% mark. The Utes are 32 of 64. The Cats are 31 of 62.
You want to get the ball in, you can run the baseline, Wyatt. With a timeout, you can work out where you want to throw the ball in, go side to side. You got to get the ball in and be strong with the ball.
Wildcats to play it on the baseline. They'll do so with Nate Johnson.
They're lining up everybody out of bounds, which is legal.
Yep. Nate, right side of the lane, plays the ball to Haggerty and into Nate Johnson. He is quickly going to get out of a double team, and then a whistle and a foul is called.
They took a long time to decide to foul. They, after the ball was inbounded, said we're going to try to get a steal. Unsuccessful, so the clock ran down to 6.7 seconds.
So Traore with his second, team foul number 9. K-State by 1 with 6.7 to go, and K-State to the free throw line. That was a good play by the Wildcats to step through that. Nate went through 2 guys. They didn't foul him right away. And then after he got through, they had to then.
K-State's best free throw shooter is at the line. He made 2 free throws. They chose him when there was a technical to go shoot the shots. He made both then.
15 points on the night, just ahead of his 11.3 seasonal average. Johnson at the line. Got it. 16 for Nate Johnson. Wildcats lead 80-78. 1 more coming, and again, 6.7 to go. Huge shot for Nate Johnson, the senior transfer from Akron. Here comes the second. High release. Perfect.
Will K-State foul with a 3-point lead?
81-78. Here's the inbounds, and it's going to be Brown. He will stop. He will fire, and it is no good. A half a second to go. It's over. It is over, and K-State wins a thriller. The Wildcats, somehow playing shorthanded, win this ball game by a final count of 81-78. The Wildcats are 10-9. They win for the first time in the Big 12. They are now 1-5. Utah is now 9-10, and they are 1-5 in conference play. This was an offensive show. K-State shot 50%, Utah 49. K-State got 34 from P.J. Haggerty and 20 from Castillo, 17 more from Nate Johnson. And a wild one goes to the Cats, 81-78. Our postgame show follows in a moment. This is the K-State Sports Network from Learfield.